In this video, we're going to take a look at the foundational concepts of products and services. There are three types of product: stock items, which have inventory levels, service items, which are not stock tracked, and then bundles, which are used to group stock items and non-stock items. All share the same product table in Brightpearl and have a name, SKU, barcodes, brand, suppliers, and other informational data. If a product has variations, for example a t-shirt that comes in large, medium and small, then these are created as separate products with the same name. When items share the same name, they're placed into a product group. Variants are differentiated using options, such as size, which have different option values, such as small or medium. Here's a group of products with the same name on the product list in Brightpearl. The colours are blue and red, and the sizes are small, medium, large, so on. Any given product can have up to 4 options. Here's an example of some trousers, which are differentiated by size and colour, but also fit, regular and slim, and hem colour, gold and silver. There are 40 variants in this product group. You can see that there are 5 values for the option size. An option can have as many option values as is necessary. Each product within the group will have its own SKU and inventory level. This particular item is not available in large with a silver hem, as there's no product for it. You can report sales of items grouped by name, which rolls up the total quantity of the different variations of that product. You can also filter reports by option to find out which is your best-selling large product, for example. The group can be displayed in grid format to make it easier to work with large sets of items. Here's what a product group looks like in grid mode when adding items to an order, with each inventory level for the selected warehouse. Although this is powerful, don't overuse it. Often it's best to keep product groups to sensible sizes and put differentiators into the item name to create separate, smaller product groups. Your decision will be guided ultimately by how you want your products to integrate with sales channels. Every product is assigned one product type. These are configured by you and are used mainly to collect options into sensible groups. Some systems call this an option set. If you have 30 options, say size, colour, height, fit, width, length, and so on, then managing items can get cumbersome. Most products suit only certain options. For example, shirts will never be assigned a shoe size. So what you'd do is you'd create a product type called footwear and only allow shoe size and colour as the options for that product type. Product type is available as a filter on most product and sales reports. Here's how products are made up. The bold items are other objects in Brightpearl which can be configured to your own needs. Products are identified by a number of fields, including an internal database ID which is used on the API. The SKU is the one you'll use most in day-to-day business operations. It's intended to be the unique identifier for a product when linking items in Brightpearl to items in other systems such as sales channels. Brightpearl does not enforce unique SKUs, but we strongly recommend that all your products, services and bundles have a unique SKU. A SKU can be up to 32 characters long. Additional identifiers such as barcode, ISBN or EAN or UPC can be added too, and these are searchable. Every product has a status, either live, discontinued or archived. Archived products are effectively deleted, but can still be viewed in reports. Discontinued items will continue to sell while there's still inventory, and then automatically archive when the last item is sold. Brightpearl is also an accounting system, so products have account codes, otherwise known as nominal codes, which define where in accounting reports the revenue, cost, and asset shows. Products for merchants in VAT mode also have a tax code, and for merchants in sales tax mode, a product is either taxable or non-taxable. The short and long description is used to help back office and POS operators learn more about your items. It's not synchronized with sales channels. The item name is also for back office and POS use, and it's used to group variants together, as we saw earlier. The product can be placed in as many categories as you like. Categories are hierarchical, and categorization is mainly used for filtering reports, and can also be used for running stock counts in our warehouse management app. In order to ensure exclusive data when running reports, you can also choose a single reporting category. The brand is mainly for reporting purposes and can also be used for stock counts in the warehouse management app. A product can be linked to one or more suppliers. You choose in settings whether linking items to suppliers is required for manually created orders. For dropship orders and orders created automatically from sales, linking suppliers is required. You can also choose a primary supplier if an item has more than one supplier. Let's take a closer look at prices. You can set up as many price lists as you need. Sell prices for your customers and buy prices for your suppliers, and each price list is given a currency. A product can have prices on some or all of your price lists. A price on a price list can either be a single number or a set of prices based on the quantity of items sold, called price breaks, and these price breaks apply to orders created manually in back office, POS, and sales channels that have tiered pricing synchronized with Brightpearl. Price lists also provide a place to store customer-specific or supplier-specific SKUs, which show on sales or purchases using those price lists. Prices are always stored and managed on the API, excluding tax, to 4 decimal places. In UK accounts, you can set a price list to display including tax, which will show prices in the UI as underlined with tax added as per the company default tax rate. Inventory is managed separately from products, in that a product can exist without any inventory for that item existing. I'll cover inventory in another video. Products have various values which are used in the inventory module. So for each warehouse, a product can have minimum stock levels, a reorder quantity, and a default location. I covered variants, options, and option values earlier in the video. Here you can see a single product or a single variant which is small and red. The product group it belongs to only has 2 options, size and colour. I also covered the product type earlier, effectively the option set. A product can be given any number of custom fields if you want to extend the information you store about your items. Custom fields can be text, dates, numbers, or select lists. Any custom field values are saved across all the variants in a product group. And finally, products can be assigned 1 or more seasons. This is useful if you want to restrict the sale of products to certain orders. If you set an order season, then users in back office can only add that season's products to the order. Now that we've covered the basic product, which also includes service items, let's take a closer look at bundles, sometimes known as kits. Bundles are simply a list of other stock items and other service items. Bundles have their own price, but do not have inventory levels as they're not stock tracked items. A bundle is designed to be used when separate stock items are purchased together in a single SKU. The important thing to note is that the separate components are still available to buy individually. Items are only packed together at the point of picking. Here's an example with a bike wheel containing a hub, 32 spokes, a tyre and a rim. The sell price is on the bundle, which is not stock tracked. The components have the stock levels and the rim is out of stock, so it's showing pink. It is possible to calculate the available quantity of a bundle, however, which is determined using the inventory levels of the component parts. And this bundle inventory quantity can be synchronized with a SKU on a sales channel to make the channel item available or not based on component stock levels. On the other hand, if you remove stock of components and put them together into an assembly, perhaps you'd actually build this wheel from the hub, the spokes, the tyre and the rim, then the component parts are no longer available separately, and this would not be a bundle. In Brightpearl, you'd remove stock of the components and add stock of the finished goods. There are apps which make the process of light assembly simpler. If you sell products which are then modified on a per customer basis, perhaps engraving, then you can't track stock of the customized item as they're all different. It's best to track stock of the basic unit and then add any modification to the sales order later. If your modifications are fixed price, then you could create service items with SKUs and prices for each modification. Here's an example with a ring that needs engraving. The custom message added to the item name can be added manually in back office or added automatically when the order is downloaded from a sales channel. Brightpearl acts as the hub in the middle of all of your sales channels. It will manage data on marketplaces like eBay and Amazon, as well as e-commerce platforms like Shopify, BigCommerce and Magento, amongst others. Inventory levels and prices can be managed across all channels, since those data points are likely to be similar across channels and also they change the most often. Automating these changes using a central hub saves the most time. Brightpearl is not a listing management tool. The intention is that channel-specific data, such as categorization, images, keywords, description, and so on, are managed in the channel itself. The exception is Brightpearl POS, where all product management is done in Brightpearl Backoffice. Brightpearl stores all the product information you need for sales analysis, purchasing, and accounting. The most important thing to remember is that products are linked across all of your sales channels by having the same unique SKU. So that's an overview of the concepts of products and services in Brightpearl. For more information on products, take a look at the Managing a Product Database training course.